You got any idea how much blood jets out of a guy's neck when his throat's been slit?
Hello?
Have you checked the children?
Welcome to the Splatacaster Massacre podcast, episode 4. Today we're going to talk to Danni Curr of the band Shocker from Cincinnati, ranking the top 10 biggest horror franchises. And what we got is we got Texas Chainsaw Massacre, we got Scream, Phantasm, Nightmare on Elm Street, Hellraiser, Child's Play, we got Friday the 13th, Evil Dead, Halloween, and Psycho. Now, I base this on, it's got to have at least 4 films, and some of them have remakes and TV shows. I'm going to go on and start with my, on number 10, I'm going to go on, say, Child's Play.
Hi, I'm Chucky. Wanna play?
Everything else is just kind of mediocre. I know Nick's a big fan of Part 3.
I also like Part 3.
He just likes it when that kid jumps on the grenade. Child's Play 3.
When he's loading the real rounds into the gun, he's like, this ought to slow the pricks down.
Don't fuck with the Chuck.
Yeah, don't fuck with the
Child's
Chuck.
Play 3. You know that.
Yeah.
Child's Play 3 is one of my favorite fucking
He
movies
brings
in
it up all the
fucking
time.
world.
Stay on the road. Keep clear to the moors.
Beware the moonlights.
So, my number 10, I'm going to go with Psycho.
Okay.
I love the first one.
Mm-hmm.
The second one's good, too. I don't really remember the third one that much.
Third
though.
one's a great slasher.
Yeah, like
Jeff
I
Fahey.
need to go back and watch that again because I don't really remember. Like, I know I've seen it, but I just don't really remember it that well. And I guess, I don't know, in comparison to the rest of these movies on here, like,
Yeah.
I got to put Psycho number 10. Nothing against it, but.
Okay. I'm going to go on and bust out number 9. Let's get it out of the way. The Hellraiser franchise. I mean, the first one's disgusting and just bad. It makes me feel like I need to shower after I watch it. But it's a great film. Second one's pretty solid, too. Third one's okay. Fourth one, I don't mind. I actually kind of like that one. And maybe one of the sequels, like Inferno or Deader, one of those are okay. But the rest of the franchises have been a joke. So, number 9.
All right. So my number 9.
Say, don't you blame the movies. Movies don't create psychos. Movies make psychos more creative. So guys, don't get make psychos say you. So guys, give you.
Scream.
Okay.
I love the first Scream
Yeah, the first
movie.
one's so good.
Yeah, dude, like I'm such a huge fan.
Yeah, it's on my top 10 of all time.
Yeah, I agree.
Films.
I agree, dude. Like that the first Scream was a game-changing movie, you know, because it was really like one of the first movies that I can remember like that sort of was in on the joke, you know?
Yeah.
Kind of like breaking that fourth wall, talking about like other horror movies and stuff.
Well, Popcorn is first.
Yeah, you're right. But I mean,
Yeah,
you know, as far as like a movie that's like
Yeah.
popular, yeah, like pop culture wise. But yeah, I don't know. I wasn't really as big of a fan of Scream 2 and 3. However,
Yeah.
I love Scream 4.
Yeah,
Like
I just watched it again the other night.
Scream 4 is one of my favorites of the franchise.
It's probably my number 3 after the new one. The new one's probably my second favorite.
I haven't seen the new one yet.
The new
so.
one, Scream 6 is great, and I hated 5, but still 5 is better than 3 because 3 is god awful.
I agree.
It's a comedy, and the second one everybody raves about it, and I watch it, and I'm always just mediocre with it. Like I'm in between. It's not good. It's not bad. It's just an okay. It seems like it was rushed the next year, you know, in 97.
Don't fall asleep. Don't fall asleep.
And that was your number 9, right?
Yes.
My number 8's going to be Nightmare on Elm Street.
Okay.
And that's pretty low on the list, but the first 4 are great. I really like. And my favorite's probably the second one, and then the third's good. Fourth one I've grown to really like, even though it has a lot of bad dialogue in it. But I'm not the biggest. You look at 5 and 6, and New Nightmare just weighs the whole franchise down. They're really bad. And then you got Freddy vs. Jason. The remake tarnishes everything.
Yeah.
After that, so I got to put that in number 8, which are pissing people off.
Yeah, no, I agree though. I mean, like the first, for me, like the first 3 Nightmare on Elm Street movies are really good. And then everything after that's just kind of,
Yeah.
just I don't know, kind of hit and miss. So my number 8 is going to be the Texas Chainsaw franchise.
Yeah.
Love the first one. I mean, how can you not?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that was, again, I know I keep using this phrase.
Game
but it was a
changer.
game changer movie, yeah. But it was. Because it felt documentary style.
Mm-hmm.
But, the second one's good. It's entertaining.
Oh, yeah.
Got Bill Moseley in there.
Mm-hmm. It's a comedy over
But it's
the
a comedy.
fucking top. Yeah.
Yeah, comedy over the top movie. And then Leatherface after that was fun. I mean, but it was also kind of a comedy. And I don't know. All the remakes that they've done have just been kind of garbage, I think.
You mixed out on Next Generation, which should have been on my list.
Yeah.
Of my top 10.
Yeah.
Underrated, because I love Next Generation, even though it probably is the worst movie ever made. But I fucking love it.
Yeah, I was never really a fan of it.
You should rewatch it, man.
I will one of these days, yeah.
You got to be in the right fucking mood.
I got to be in the mood for it.
Okay, cool. We're down to number 7. I'm going to go on and say the Phantasm franchise. First one's so fucking classic. The second one's a great action horror movie. The third one, fourth one are okay. I've come to grown part 4 a little bit more once I get past the scene of the dude on the porch, the tall man. But yeah, Phantasm, man. I got to meet the cast and get some autographs, and
that's cool.
This is a really cool family, the Don Coscarelli family, and if you like Hemikutas and quadruple barrel shotguns and fucking flying spheres and dwarves and shit, I mean, it's right up anybody's alley.
My number 7 is the exact same as yours, Phantasm, for those same reasons, pretty much. I love the first one, and the second one. Second one's good too, but it's kind of more of an action movie, really. Like action sort of like campy.
Yeah, I like the guy they picked to replace Michael A. Baldwin.
Yeah,
the dude from Point Break, which I just watched that recently for the first time since I was a kid. That movie's so good.
Yeah, Point Break.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, for sure.
It's great.
It is. I agree.
So that was number 7. All right, let's take a break and go to a song by the band Valenian. The song's called
Rudiments of the Flesh Eaters.
Thank
number 6 for me is going to be Scream. First one's classic. Second one, like I said, is okay. Third one's horrible. Fourth one's good. Fifth one, I walked out at the end just because they ripped off the end of Once Upon a Time in Hollywood with the same actress. Did this scene 2 years prior in a Quentin Tarantino movie, and you're going to rip the whole scene off? And just the boyfriend, it seemed like it was lazy writing. Yeah, Scream 6 was great, though, even though it didn't make a lot of sense.
My number 6 is going to be Child's Play. Love the first 3 Child's Play movies, but everything after that I just kind of think is stupid. Like Bride of Chucky and
Seed of Chucky.
Seed of Chucky. And all,
and
yeah,
there
just
was like the Mancini 2 that he did. What was those called?
What was that now?
The Mancini did a couple of them a few years ago. The original writer.
Yeah.
No,
it was like Curse of Chucky.
Curse of Chucky.
And then Cult of Chucky.
Yeah, Cult. Yeah, those were okay.
Yeah, I couldn't get into them. And then I've tried watching the new TV show. I can't get into it.
Oh, really?
Yeah. But I mean, those first 3 for me are just iconic. I love like the way Chucky was in those first 3 movies because like he had more of an attitude, like he was meaner and just I don't know, some of the stuff he said, like his one-liners were just hilarious. So that's my number 6.
Okay, cool. So we're down to number 5. I'm going to go on and say that Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Absolutely, I love the first 4. 1's so classic. 2, I've really appreciated over the years. 3, I grew up on. That was the one I always knew about. Like I saw 3 way before I saw the first one. And yeah, Leatherface. I love Leatherface. I watch that shit all the time. The 4th one, like I said, I love. And then the remake, the prequel, not bad. It probably saved me from getting herpes. So that's my number 5. Yeah.
So my number 5 I'm gonna go with is Hellraiser.
Okay. You got to explain that.
Yeah. Well,
We have such sights to show you.
Like my only defense of this is the first 2 movies are just so damn good. But everything after that sucks. Like I've tried watching some of the Hellraisers after that, and they're just garbage.
Yeah, I tried to watch 3 recently, and it's pretty bad.
Yeah,
even though I like What's Her Face.
But I think like I mean the first one's obviously just great.
Yeah,
I mean my opinion. The second one has like some of the best like practical gore scenes I think in it, like where the what's her name?
Christy.
Julia.
Oh, Julia.
Yeah, like where she comes up through the mattress from hell.
That's one of the worst scenes ever, man. It scarred all of my friends
and
me.
Yeah, dude. Like where the dude's cutting himself up and she comes up through the mattress and just
so
kind of
fucking
absorbs him. Yeah, like so. I mean, just for that alone, I had to put this at number 5 at kind of a higher ranking. But yeah, this first 2 Hellraisers really, really good. Everything after that, not so much.
Yeah,
I didn't even watch the newest one yet.
Oh, the Netflix one?
Yeah,
it's great.
Is it?
It's really good.
Oh, okay.
Man,
yeah.
I really liked it. Actually, it held it up. I should have been a little bit higher on my list, but I mean, the sequels. I mean, they're like great value up to before that one. So that was number 5. So my number 4, which is kind of hard to put this one here because I love it so much, is the Friday the 13th series. I mean, the first one, I'm on the special features of the first 2 on the DVD or Blu-rays.
Nice.
You can find me on there. You can add it up, and I'm in there for like 5 seconds. But I love the 3rd one, 4th one. 5's my favorite. 6 is okay. I've really grown. Like I thought 8 was the worst piece of shit ever. I watched it recently, and I had so much fun with it.
Yeah.
The Blu-ray, and so I love 8 now. I've always loved Jason Goes to Hell, but 10 and Jason versus Freddy, and I even like the remake. So I don't know why it's 4. It probably should be a little higher, but I'm gonna leave it there because the other 3 are probably better movies and franchises. They have less shitty ones,
Oh yeah.
I'm not the biggest fan of 2. 1's kind of suspenseful, but I've hardly even watched the first one before. I was always gravitating to Jason,
Yeah. So my number 4, I'm gonna go with Nightmare on Elm Street. Just because I love the first 3 so much. So I had to put that at kind of a higher ranking. But pretty much everything after that's just
Yeah, and the remake kind of tarnishes it.
Yeah. The remake wasn't very good. I thought that the guy they had playing Freddy actually was good. Jackie Earl Haley is his name, I think. Yeah, like I thought he did a good job and everything, but I don't know, the movie overall, I just didn't think was that good.
Sweet. So my number 3 is going to be the Evil Dead franchise. We got a new movie coming out in a week or something.
It's getting good reviews.
It's got great reviews.
Yeah.
You had the remake, which is good. It's great. It's painful to watch. Army of Darkness, I'm not a big fan of, but I grew up loving it, so I got to leave it there. The show, Ashes vs. Evil Dead, all 3 seasons, excellent. Evil Dead 2, my top 10 greatest horror films of all time, definitely on there. And the first one's fucking revolutionary. So there's not a bad, besides the kookiness of Army of Darkness, there's not a bad film, really. So Evil Dead's going to sit there comfortably at number 3.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. My number 3 is also Evil Dead, just for all the same reasons. Like, there's not a bad movie in the franchise. You know, 1 and 2 are great. Army of Darkness is great in its own way. Remake was good. You know, the TV show is really good. Yeah, I mean, what more can you really say about it? You know, Bruce Campbell's a legend. So.
And it even ties into Jason Goes to Hell.
Yeah,
which I just mentioned.
The movie that we never got, you know, with Ash versus Freddy and Jason.
We're gonna cut to a track from the Knutsons. This is a live performance from Sin City Live 2022.
SkullFace Records.
Oh yeah, who the fuck are the Knutsons?
Here I am, falling on the ground once again. And how much lower can I go? This world is a dark place, and that's for sure. Not everything is as it seems. 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 Here I come, knocking at your door. What is next now? What is in store? And my head doesn't really know for sure. And I just want to flee right now, and that's for sure, yeah. Not everything is as it seems. 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 Just scrape the surface. And are you getting nervous? And do you feel scared and all alone? Now come on, baby, let's fly back home. Not everything is as it seems. 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 Everything is as it everything is as it seems. Not everything is as it seems.
I didn't mean to startle you.
That's all right.
You know, it's Halloween. I guess everyone's entitled to one good scare, huh?
My second one is Halloween. First one's, of course, classic. Second one, I'm not a big fan of, but I kind of used to. 3's great. 4's great. 5 is horrible, but I'm kind of like elements of it. 6 is like one of my all-time favorite, and the producer's cut, phenomenal. Love Halloween 6. H2O, I don't remember. I've never really watched it. Maybe once when it came out. Resurrection once when it came out in theaters. I don't ever want to watch that again. that weighs down everything from here on out. And then I love the new trilogy. Like I said, it's like, for me, it's Halloween, and then it's Halloween Ends, and Halloween Kills, and Halloween 18. And then I would say 4 or 6. Like, 4 is a better movie, but 6 is more closer to me. So I'd say 6 and 4, probably. And then that's how I'd rank my Halloweens. But yeah, Halloween at 2.
Cool. Yeah, man. So my number 2 is going to be the Friday the 13th franchise.
You did to him?
Huge fan of 1, 2, 3, 4. I mean, 5's kind of because it was, wasn't even Jason in that one. But
I love 5.
Yeah.
Just because of this podcast that I love called Dead Pit, they keep championing it to the point where I would watch it and be like, it is. It's got the best characters, the best deaths. I mean, it's kind of like an Agatha Christie mystery at the end, like a switcheroo, which the first one kind of was a whodunit. You got Pamela, or what's her face, the Voorhees girl that shows it all in that one scene. It's classic. I love the 5th one. I mean, that dude chops up the dude for the candy bar at the beginning.
That is a good scene. My favorite one of the whole franchise is part 6.
Oh yeah,
I love that dude.
It used to be my number 1. I swear to God, it's dropping.
Yeah,
it keeps dropping.
I love the campiness of it. Like the fact that like lightning strikes the grave and that's what brings Jason back.
Yeah,
and it's got some of the best one-liners. It's got an Alice Cooper soundtrack.
Oh yeah.
The sex scene, like where they're banging in the camper, and then he puts the chick's face through the wall. Like, I mean, dude, there's so many great scenes in that movie.
Yeah,
and I mean, not to mention too that the remake of Friday the 13th doesn't really get any love.
I love it,
but I love it too, man.
Yeah.
Like, it's got everything. It's
Derek
got tons of nudity.
Awesome.
Like, it's got plenty of gore.
Yeah.
Like,
the kills are great.
Yeah, like it just everything about it's just good.
People complain that like he has tunnels. Oh, fucking well.
So what?
Yeah,
yeah.
Like, he makes him like Rambo.
Wouldn't Jason have somewhere to like hide?
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
2, he's kind of like on the grid, in the jungle where he has a little house.
He had a shack there.
Yeah, he had a shack.
In the second one,
there's a toilet in there too.
Yeah, so like, I mean, if that's not a big deal, why should tunnels be a big deal?
Hell yeah, Friday the 13th definitely needs to be up there. So my number 1, if you don't know, it's gonna be Psycho.
We all go a little mad sometimes.
I love Psycho 1. I think it's one of the greatest films ever. Psycho 2 is one of my favorite horror movies ever. So I have to put them at number 1 together. And then Psycho 3 I grew up on that one more, and that's really dear to my heart. But it's not as good as the first 2, but it's a great slasher.
Yeah.
4 is a TV movie, so I like to pretend it doesn't exist and it's a trilogy. But I hate fucking 4. The remake's not too bad, which I've watched it a few times lately, and I don't mind it. And I know the show's pretty good, but I haven't seen it.
Wasn't the remake basically like a shot by shot of the original?
Yeah,
like that's what I read.
They upgraded to the 90s.
Okay,
they have like Walkmans. And
yeah, but I mean, as far as just like the actual like pacing of the movie and everything was like pretty much the exact.
It was the same exact yeah. And I watched it just because of something I put in to go to sleep, like a VHS, and I've grown to kind of like it. But Psycho, man, you can't go wrong with that original.
So what do you think of the fan theory? I don't think anybody's ever confirmed this, but the cop character in the movie is supposed to be Dr. Loomis from Halloween.
Oh, because the Loomis name? Yeah. You can totally...
Have you heard about that?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, okay, yeah. I was always kind of curious, like, what people's thoughts are on that.
Yeah. So your number 1 is Halloween?
My number 1 is Halloween.
Oh, shit.
Because that was the franchise that really got me like into all this. I can go back to when I was a kid, man, like spending the night with my cousin, and we rented Halloween 1, 2, 4, and 5, and we had like a marathon, right? So like we sit there in the living room, and once again, like I was talking about earlier, like, you know, like it was dark night and there was a storm out and everything, so like that made it scarier, you know, like we had popcorn and all that kind of stuff, and just had like all night movie marathon. But I can just remember like at that point in time at my age, like just seeing that kind of stuff for the first time, I was hooked immediately. You know?
Oh yeah, I mean, I remember the first time I watched Halloween. It's like, man, it's so fucking like it's so great. I remember,
and that's I'm sorry,
I just everything about it.
Yeah,
but there's a fan theory now that Michael didn't do it. The kid, it was actually Dr. Loomis that killed his sister and blamed it on Michael. and you remember Tom Savini always bitching about how the camera angle's like way up high. Like it's supposed to be a kid on the ground.
Yeah,
like. I don't think there's any truth to that, but it would.
Nah.
It's kind of
I mean, it's interesting though.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's it's hard for me to rank anything above the Halloween series.
And there's no
man.
other franchises that I missed that probably would be on the list, or at least up, you know, to the 5 level.
I just wish Halloween hadn't ended the way it did.
Yeah, I'm glad it's over, man. I hope they don't do anything else with it for at least 20, 30 years.
I feel like in 3 or 4 years we're gonna see something else. Like it's gonna be a TV show or some bullshit.
Yeah,
like,
some psychological prequel bullshit.
It'll be something like where it's like a TV show where it's like Loomis and Myers like in the asylum. You know what I mean? Like
I'm so burned out, and I'm a Halloween fan. They just don't need to touch it. You know?
I feel you, man. I think it just needs to kind of lie dormant, just be done.
All right. Well, that's a great little segment there. Thanks for being on the show, man.
Yeah, man.
This was fun.
Anytime, buddy.
Yeah. Did you hear Nick fart back there?
Is that what that was? Or was that the door?
It might have been Nick.
I don't know how to stop this from recording. I will just leave it going and we'll... Nick! Oh, here we go. Motherfuckers.